the whole of the natural world in this sense that there is some divinity there. So when Spinoza says that we are bound by nature, he's saying that we operate within a natural world with rules and order. This makes perfect sense to me. The chemicals that make up our bodies, they tend to interact with each other in certain ways. We consider those rules and order, and that doesn't mean that we don't have free will, because we also have divine intelligence within ourselves, being of nature ourselves. So yeah, I'll be using the term nature rather than God moving forward. I hope that clarifies part of what is so wonderful about Spinoza's approach. And I think that why I wanted to go back to Spinoza is because this is kind of the beginning of what we consider modern science. And I think that when we understand how it was originally thought of in this way, then we see how the ideas of, so part of why Spinoza thought that everybody had the right to interpret scripture by themselves and to observe the natural world and draw their own conclusions about it to use their intelligence as individuals is based on this idea that we all have a little bit of divinity in ourselves, because we're part of the divine, because we're part of nature and nature is part of us. So this is how the theological political forms the foundation of the concept of religious freedom and religious tolerance in the West. And it's very important. And so this tolerance moves over to modern science too. When I say, and you will hear me say, and you may have already heard me say, that anyone of any belief system can do science, even though science is not a part of all of those belief systems. And that is because of how it is rooted in this early Enlightenment philosophy, which Spinoza is the founder of, in this idea that we all have the capacity and right to direct our own intelligence. And in fact, he would argue, and did argue, that we are obligated to use our own mind independently